he runs through this list of things that some of them seem related and some of them seem like completely unrelated to each other or to anything. He'll say, there is zero, but zero is intrinsically unstable because zero consists of all positive and all negative taken together. And therefore, inevitably, zero breaks apart. And the positive only knows how to expand, and the negative only knows how to contract. Now, by positive, I mean life. By negative, I mean death. By positive, I mean being. By negative, I mean non-being. By positive, I mean future. By negative, I mean past. By positive, I mean thus going. By negative, I mean thus coming. By positive, I mean father. By negative, I mean mother. By positive, I mean heaven. By negative, I mean earth. By positive, I mean objective. By negative, I mean subjective. By positive, I mean guest. By negative, I mean host. By positive, I mean outside. By negative, I mean inside. By positive, I mean God. By negative, I mean the devil. What? Positive is God, negative is the devil. Positive is father, negative is mother. Mother is the devil? Is he saying that? If you get caught up, see, if you're weak in abstraction, then you'll be like completely like wigged out. Okay? What he's saying is that, and then he says success, failure, affirmation, negation, praise, blame, okay? Can you see what the teaching is? What he's trying to point out to people? Maybe not. You're weak in abstraction. You're too caught up in the literal meanings of these words rather than the poetry. Zen is a powerful poem. Vipassana, on the other hand, should be a carefully crafted essay. Zen people don't say enough. We Vipassana teachers say too much. But hopefully there'll be somewhere in between all these faulty teachings, someone will get something of benefit. In between, born in between. Boy, is that an interesting theme. All of mathematics could in some way, or much of mathematics could be described as the study of what is born in between. We're born in between. Our remote ancestors thought of us as born in between Father Sky and Mother Earth. East Asian flower arranging, Japanese flower arranging is based on, there's a sky principle, an earth principle, and in between is the human principle. There's always those three levels represented in the flowers. So we're born in between, moment by moment. In between what might be called fundamental flow. If you want to get to the stillness, the absolute stillness, the still point of the turning world, neither movement from nor towards, paradoxically, one way to get there, there must be many, many ways to get there. I would never say there's only one way to get there, but one way to get there, the way I'm familiar with, is the paradoxical way. By utterly surrendering to movement from and movement towards, or any antipodal pair of activities of nature. By utterly surrendering to either one, the other, or preferably both at the same time, if you can, the somethingness within is literally torn apart. Sasaki Roshi is very politically incorrect as a teacher. He says things that, and I have to translate them, that offend people. I mean, really offend people. And he's completely unapologetic. He says, I know this might sound horrific, but father and mother tear their baby apart, etc., etc., etc. In fact, he will also put it in the same thing in a more soothing metaphor. He says that when the child is born, so you have to understand what child is. What's the child in this case? Was it the physical baby? Well, yeah, he's talking about that level. But the child is this moment of consciousness, the self of the moment. We talked about all the different scales of self. Any of those selves can be the child. It's born in between. We don't notice that typically. But if we did, if we realized, if we saw how zero has just come apart and vibrated back and forth to mold the feel, image, talk, self, and the touch, sight, sound surrounding scene in this moment, then we would know, we would arise, the baby, the child, would arise as an enlightened self, and it would know exactly what its job is. The more gentle metaphor is that the child, the baby, graciously gives back to father what it got from father, and graciously gives back to mother what it got from mother, and therefore the child as a thing disappears. In other words, in this present, see, now I'll put on the Vipassana hat, okay, and explain the poetry, which maybe is bad, but it's what I'm going to do. So all of the affirmations and negations, the vibrations of our senses involved in this present moment of perception can be analyzed into a part that affirms and a part that negates. They're tangled together utterly. And if you allow everything that wants to push out in your sensory experience to simultaneously push out, and everything that wants to pull in your sensory experience to simultaneously pull in, all the pushes become one giant, effortless expansion of pure space. And all the pulls become one infinitesimal, effortless contraction of pure space. It's sort of like electrolysis. Imagine like several hundred different tasting salts, but they all have positive and negative ions. You connect them across a potential by hooking up a battery. So all those tastes will completely disappear. But there will be 3 tastes left. The taste of positive, the taste of negative, and the taste of zero. The taste of zero pervades the positive microscopically, and pervades the negative, and surrounds the whole thing. We started early on talking about manifesting a complete self. This is the graduate level version of that concept.